G'day everyone, you're listening to Kilvington Live on Live FM. We are live from Kilvington Grammar School 2025 Fair and Open Day in Melbourne, Australia on Wurundjeri country. My name is Ewan and my co-hosts today are Sarah, Henry and Cameron. Our special guest is Miss Padgett, one of the leaders of our school. Hi Miss Padgett.
Hi Ewan.
Do you mind telling us a bit about your role in the school?
Absolutely. So I am the Deputy Principal here at Kilvington Grammar. So my role oversees the whole of ELC to Year 12. And I obviously work really closely with Mr. French, who's the principal, and I also work to support the heads of school. So Mr. Collins in the junior school and Mr. Brinson in the senior school.
So how does your role compare to Mr. French's?
It's a good question. I would say the easiest way to answer that would be I'm really involved in the day-to-day running of the school. So Mr. French is super busy doing, all the roles where he goes off and meets people. And my role really is to focus on the day-to-day running of the school. So looking at all the different activities and events that we run, making sure they're being coordinated by the various staff members. But I also have a fairly exciting role because I get to oversee everything that's happening in the school. So it's actually quite a unique role. A lot of schools don't have someone who oversees the whole of the school. But it does mean I get to see the amazing things that are happening in the ELC, and I can see those moments where they might connect to junior school and where they might connect to senior school. So I've got a real through vision of what's actually happening at the school. And I suppose my strength is how I can bring all those people and all those events and connect them together.
And so did you always want to be a deputy principal, or what led you to be a deputy principal?
It's a good question. So it's so fascinating just listening to Jack talk about wanting to enter teaching. I've always wanted to be a teacher. I love education. I think, when I'm finished doing all this leadership business, I think you'll find me back teaching, prep and grade 1. What's really inspired me to go into leadership is because I feel I can make a real difference. When you're in the classroom, you're connecting with young people and you see the impact that you have with their education and the parents. But I think when you move into a leadership role, and something that I'm really enjoying is I can make a difference on a much bigger scale. And that's what I love about what I do.
How do you think your personal values line up with the school's values?
Very good question, Ewan. I think very closely, because I think for me, what it's always been about with education is it's not just about getting you through school. It's about being a great person, being a good human being, leaving the school with not just the skills and the knowledge and the content that we know that you need to get into university, but it's about how do you present yourself when you go out past the school gates? How are you going to function in a workplace when you leave school? And I think the values of our school, really lead to what I believe in, which is preparing you for your next step once you leave here. And I think things like the Year 9 program are a great example of that, because you develop your independence, your resilience, you learn about, different social, charities and how you can support them through the amazing work that Miss Goldenberg does as well with community services. It's all about supporting other people. I think I've said that a lot throughout this interview, but it's, it is truly something I believe in is you're going to leave here one day, you're going to go on and do better things, but how do you conduct yourself? How do you hold yourself is actually going to hold you in good stead for the rest of your life. And I think here at Kilvington, we do a great job of, setting you up for that.
You worked at Geelong Grammar School, obviously, before you came here. What makes Kilvington unique? What is it about Kilvington that makes it sort of different to all the other schools you've worked at?
The main thing that I've really noticed since I've been here is that strong sense of community, which I know lots of people speak about, and Jack just spoke about it in the previous interview as well, is how people come together and support each other. And it's really authentic. It's not just, you're in my class, I'll see how you're going. It's just those genuine connections that people make. And it's not just within people in their year level, it's people across year levels, people in their house groups. And I think when you've got an environment where people feel so connected and feel so comfortable, amazing things can happen. Because we know that when you're feeling relaxed, when you're feeling confident and you're surrounded by people that make you feel good, excellent things happen.
All right, well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you so much, Miss Padgett, for coming in. It's been a great pleasure talking to you.